All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Me here, talking real music in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. Before I talk about Cyndi Lauper, which I typically don't do that, but this is kind of an interesting story. I've got some 80s music for you. Cyndi Lauper, the 80s, they kind of go together. The Motion Epic is this, I don't know, online entity. I don't know if they're a real band. I don't know if they play clubs or they play live anywhere, but this is some great music right here. It's called Saturday Night Motel Music by the Motion Epic. And every 80s device you can imagine on this. The singer has a little Joe Elliott thing going on. So, if you like Def Leppard with a little bit more of an R&B tinge to it, but all of that sound, I would say this is like 1986 or 1987 if I were going to put a year on it. But just really well done, very melodic. So go check this out. In fact, this duo, I think they're a duo. They're kind of like Hall and Oates, except they like each other. Um, sorry. The duo is pretty cool. They have a lot of music on your various streaming platforms. This wasn't exactly easy to get. I waited like 6 weeks to get this just so I could do a video about it. So check out the Motion Epic. Just use whatever search engine and you should be able to find it. Now, let's go to this story about Cyndi Lauper. Holy crap, Batman. Glastonbury fans concerned for Cyndi Lauper as 71-year-old faces onstage issue in car crash performance. Now, there was no car crash. Just want to straighten that out. There was no car crash on stage, but the performance was much like, I would say, a train wreck. That's how we talk here in the United States. I don't know if that varies over in Great Britain, but they called it a car crash performance. There's Cyndi Lauper. If you haven't seen Cyndi in a while, she's 71 years old, and she kind of still looks like Cyndi Lauper to me. But then again, we've all aged a bit. The singer was reportedly upset by a mass walkout during her signature song. So people can't complain that she didn't play Girls Just Want to Have Fun. She was playing it, and a bunch of people left. The pop star took to the stage, greeting fans and enthusing how she was glad to be playing in Glastonbury on Saturday. This is a big festival, if you're not familiar with Glastonbury. She went on to wish the crowds a happy Pride for those celebrating. According to the UK Mirror, we're still in the month of June, folks. I think June ends today. Right. It ends today, and tomorrow is July 1st. Unfortunately, it seems the iconic singer faced a mass walkout as she belted out her signature tune, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Now, I'm not trying to be a smart aleck here. All right. You've got True Colors. There's another hit song. You've got Time After Time. That's a hit song. All Through the Night, a song written by the great Jules Shear. That's another, it's a hit. It's a minor hit, probably top 20 hit. After that, what do? Money Changes Everything. I think they released that as a single. No offense to Cyndi Lauper, but the catalog isn't deep. I'm pretty sure she sang on a couple of tunes by the Hooters. I don't know if she performs those songs. All You Zombies, maybe. I don't know what song it was. But there were a couple of tunes that she teamed up with that great unheralded band, I believe, from Philadelphia, the Hooters. Anyway, it didn't go unnoticed by fans, many of whom took to social media to report on the performance, with some seeming worried about the True Colors singer. So they were worried about her. And you could see the festival here. It says, Girls Just Want to Have Fundamental Rights. Girls just want to have fundamental rights. So, for those of you who complain about Roger Waters and his stuff, apparently Cyndi Lauper has a lot of stuff. And this is in the crowd. This is actually in the audience here at Glastonbury. You know, again, I understand people who are devoted to a cause. Like Eric Clapton has a special guitar these days, but he's not out there proselytizing all that much. He's just speaking with a little bit of music and some imagery here and there. This is activism. This is full-blown activism out in the crowd. I didn't know women in the UK didn't enjoy fundamental rights. Someone would have to explain to me what kind of rights in the UK women are, looking to achieve that they haven't already gotten. Just weird. Anyway, taking to X, one person pondered, I wonder if Cyndi Lauper's band has in-ear monitoring delay issues. Cyndi seems to be singing half a beat behind everyone, and they all feel oddly disjointed, especially for an American session outfit. So, Americans are usually good when it comes to playing the music, and they're saying they seem a little bit out of whack. How out of time is Cyndi Lauper? This says, I think, bloody hell, Glastonbury 2024. A third fumed, crikey. I think does it say cricky or crikey? I don't know. There's a lot of lingo from the UK that I'm not up on. Bloody, I knew that one. Crikey or creaky. I'm butchering this, sorry. Cyndi Lauper is a car crash, all right? Here in the United States, we say train wreck, they say car crash. I honestly think a train wreck is a lot worse than a car crash. So I think the Americans have, definitely one up on the Brits here with the analogy. However, many rushed to Lauper's defense and insisted the blunders hadn't been her fault while applauding the show she'd been able to pull off. So some people may have realized that this was a sound issue, a tech issue. There's Cyndi Lauper. Not the most flattering look on Cyndi's face here. Cyndi used to be big on the colors and the hair. See, when you get older, right, it just does that. So why not do the color? I don't know. I guess this is very punk here, the way she looks. It's pop punk or something. And Cyndi showing off looks like a little midriff action there. I don't know. She's 71, right? Some people don't change. Doesn't matter what age they're at. It's the same stuff. For a lass, that's a fancy word for woman. Foreigner used the word lass in a song, just in case you didn't think it was used. In her 70s, Cyndi Lauper can still belt it out and put on a show. Shame the sound at the Pyramid is especially garbage this afternoon. So some fans are complaining about the sound and just the technical issues. One fed-up fan fumed, same bores winging about Dua Lipa are on Cyndi Lauper now. If you want perfectly performed and recorded guitar whittling, go bleep off and listen to the Eagles. Now, is that an acknowledgement that perfectly recorded guitar? See, folks, I'm sorry. This is the state of either classic rock or classic pop. Again, some people are talking about putting Cyndi Lauper into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I just don't think the catalog is there for that. I just went through pretty much all of the hit songs. Girls Just Want to Have Fun, all through the night, and that's generous. Time After Time, and then True Colors. There's 4. I think Phil Collins' version of True Colors might have actually been more popular here in the United States. I might have that wrong, but and then maybe Money Changes Everything. So you got 5. Oh, I don't know, folks. Wrapping up here, quite obvious Cyndi Lauper can't hear, that's HEAR, anything in her earpieces. She is trying every song to count her band in at the start and then singing the best she can to her own pace. Shame she has some excellent songs. Yeah, I counted 5. All right. 71 and looking great and full of energy. This guy was having some typo issues. I understand. Every time I type something now, it's a typo because the keyboard I'm on doesn't behave like the keyboards used to. The keyboard will do things that you didn't want it to do. So I'm not giving this guy a hard time. So, in any event, this courtesy of GBN. Yeah, GBN, which is a pretty cool news source, by the way, over across the pond. Um, similar to like, I don't know, a more right of center channel here in the United States, GBN. They got this guy, Neil Oliver, who's just brilliant. Every time I listen to him, I learn something, and I just love listening to the guy talk because his accent is just amazing. So anyway, girls are trying to have fun, and apparently it didn't work out for Cyndi. So I'm sure this is just a temporary glitch. This doesn't appear to be a health issue. It doesn't appear to be anything really way off, except for the fact that maybe the band and her weren't in sync. So there you go. Before I go, Saturday night Motel music from the band The Motion Epic. Yeah, since we're talking 80s, this embodies everything from the 80s, and it's just fun to listen to. It's like guilty pleasure music. You put it on, you go, really? I can't believe they're making music like that. So good on them. And of course, you can go back to the 80s and just listen and then dig deeper. That's what I would say. Listen and dig deeper. Maybe Cyndi has a few other songs that I overlooked or forgot about. I just don't think she has the catalog for the Hall of Fame. And as far as breaking new ground, I don't know what she did that any girl group from the 60s didn't do as far as being a groundbreaking artist. But, the people who are shouting girl power from the rafters, I'm sure they'll come up with something that I missed. So there you have it, folks. Thanks for watching this channel. The algorithm is not my friend. We're not buddies. We were once friends, but now we are estranged. Okay. Just things aren't going well between me and my buddy, the algorithm. So if you can help this channel out, Patreon, YouTube memberships, also buy me a coffee, a terrific way to say, hey, I don't like you that much, but I like you enough to give you maybe one Starbucks latte, and that's it. And I'm moving on. You can send a note along. You can also send all the things you don't like about me, as so long as you're buying me the coffee. It might be worth it, I might as well get something for the insults, because the other way, it's normal. That's what I usually get without the coffee. But seriously, if you want to support the channel, please think about it. If you like the content, you want the content to continue so I can keep the lights on here in my dim little studio, it would be really very nice for folks to do that. God bless everyone. I appreciate everyone. Life is short. Do what you can. Love the people that you care most about. And try to do some fun stuff. Get out of the house. Get off the keyboard for a while. There's a lot of things going on in the world outside of just social media all day and all night. Yeah, so there's my advice for today.